Hello everyone, welcome to the first laboratory experiment on analog communication. Basically, this is the virtual lab that will be performed by the MATLAB simulation. We already are aware about the pandemic situation that is created due to the COVID-19. So for that purpose, we are not able to perform laboratory experiment physically in labs. So that's why we are performing a different experiment using MATLAB simulation, and I hope this MATLAB simulation or the virtual lab will help you to understand the theory of the analog communication with more clarity. Okay, so let's start. So this is the first experiment, and today we'll observe the singleton DSB-SC and DSB-FC amplitude modulated waveform using MATLAB simulation tool. So before starting the corresponding coding of the program, I hope that most of you are aware about the MATLAB toolbox, and I also hope that most of you have MATLAB in your laptop or desktop also. So before starting the program of the DSBSC and DSBFC signal, let's revise the theoretical concept or DSBFC and DSBSC. So if you consider ST as the modulated wave, so we already know that for the DSB FC signal where the violet carrier is present, so the conventional equation can be written as like A plus xt multiplied by cos 2 pi fct, where A is the amplitude of the carrier signal, xt is the corresponding baseband signal, and fc is the frequency of the carrier signal. Okay, and in case of DSBC, where there is no carrier, no pilot carrier in the modulated wave, the corresponding waveform for the DSBSC can be written as like A into xt multiplied by cos 2 pi fct. Moreover, as we are considering singleton modulation, where only a single frequency present and the frequency and the corresponding signal is pure sinusoidal, so you can express xt as am into cos 2 pi fmt, where am is the baseband amplitude and fm is the baseband frequency. Okay, and most, moreover, let's remember that a plus xt is nothing but the envelope of the corresponding signal. Okay, we already aware that the information or the message is embedded in the envelope of the modulated waveform. So a plus xt is the envelope of the corresponding signal, and in case of DSBSC the envelope will be a into xt. Okay, clear? So here envelope is a plus xt. In case of DSBC, this is a into xt. Now let's start. Uh, okay, so before elaborating the corresponding code or program, you should know that in case of MATLAB, whenever we try to program, we try to write down a new program, we should open or we should start like new. Here you can write like script. So here you can all write anything you write down the corresponding code there. Okay, so like a new, yeah, and after that you can save the corresponding file as suppose am.am, and this will be stored in the respective directory or file. So here our first program is stored at the corresponding file location, that is EC49 folder. So here this is the corresponding program is located. Okay, however, I'm assuming that we are familiar with the amplitude. Familiar with the MATLAB also. So let's start the program. So first, there are basically MATLAB is the high level language where the syntax are written in term of real life word. So here you can write first instruction is clear all, close all, and CLC. So clear all means all the memory for particular or the for the others variable that will be cleared. Okay, suppose you have run earlier a particular program where the value of x is like 200. So if you run this clear all, so obviously that value will be cleared. Okay, so all the values, all the memory will be cleared. Now close all. So if there is some kind of input output, like in the output of the previous image is open, so in that case that will be closed. And CLC, that means this is the CLC means clear screen. So basically this is the command window where you can write down like x equal to 2. So you can see that answer is x equal to 2. So this is the command window. Now if you write down the CLC, so obviously the screen will be cleared. So that's why we are using CLC. Okay, now the main programming part. So here you can initially we are assuming that AC equal to 2 volt, AM equal to, suppose consider 1, is equal to 2 and am equal to 1. Okay, but so carrier amplitude is 2 and am equal to 1. Moreover, you should note down that there is a ampersand sign before the line. So if we give a percentage sign, or you can call it as ampersand sign, so in that case it will become a command. Okay, so basically this will these all these are comment line. Okay, but we the and the comment section will be showing as the green line. Okay, so this is the command, these are the all are command. So command like, so AC equal to, we are assuming the carrier amplitude is 2 volt and AM equal to 1 volt. First case, for the first scenario, we are considering the value of AC is 2 and value of AM is 1, and carrier frequency is 500 hertz and FM is 200 hertz, sorry 20 hertz. We are already aware that frequency of the carrier is very higher than the modulating signal frequency. So you can easily see that we are maintaining that theoretical concept. Now the from the definition of modulation index, we know the modulation index is the ratio of um, carrier amplitude with the, sorry, xt max by a. That means amplitude of the baseband signal with the amplitude of the carrier signal. So we can calculate the corresponding modulation index by using this simple formula. Now whenever we try to plot any signal, so we need to define the starting point and end point. So by using this command t equal to line space 0.0.1, so we are starting 0 equal 0 second, and it will go on up to 0.1 second. Okay, okay, let's run it, then you can easily understand that. Yeah, you can see that. So here let's, this is the starting point 0, and this is another 0.1 second. Okay, so this is the corresponding output, however. So 0, 0.1, and in between them there is a large number of value that need to be calculated. Okay, so let us consider a real life plot where we want to plot a, suppose IV characteristic of diode. So for different voltage we get the different current and we plot them. So suppose we take 10 number of value of different voltages, so you get that different number of 10 number of different current, and ultimately we plot that IV characteristic of diode. So similarly here, the number of observation, that is denoted by 100 into fc. So here fc is 500 and here 100 into 500, that means 50,000 value will be calculated, need to be, obviously, as we are using computer, so this manual calculation of 50,000 time, that will be very difficult, but as we are using the computer, so it is very easy for us. And moreover, what do we need such type of large number of value, because it will make the output or plot more smoother. Okay. However, you can take like only FC also, that will be not a problem, because 500 is quite large. Okay. Now we define envelope. First of all, we want to show the modulated waveform for the DSBFC signal. So you already know the uh, observe this line. So basically, uh, envelope is denoted by AC plus AM cos 2 pi FMT, A plus XT. So AC plus AM into cos 2 pi FMT. And above the, so this is the envelope for the DSB FC. And above this line, there is another line, E equal to AC into AM into cos 2 pi FMT. Observe, uh, this one is a comment line, because we are using a ampersand sign before the instruction. So if you are not, if you are, whenever we want to observe the envelope of the DSBFC, so then we are using this line, but here we are using as this line, sorry, because we are using DSBFC, or we are considering DSBFC initially. Okay, so this one is the envelope, DSBFC envelope. Okay, now just putting this, sorry, write down the equation, this equation. So here you can write AC equal to DSBFC equal to AC means here A plus xt, that means am into cos 2 pi fmt, multiplied by, here we should use this type of multiplication symbol. This is called as the pointwise multiplication, because here we are calculating this one basically represent a vector. So for that purpose, for vectors, for pointwise multiplication or vectorized multiplication or matrix multiplication, we are this type of symbol, point or my pointwise multiple. This is some simply you can call it as pointwise multiplication cos 2 pi fct. Okay. Okay. So we are getting two type of variable. One is called s and another for e. So we are getting the corresponding equation. Here you can see that basically e is the variable. Okay. So what is the cost value of the corresponding value of e? Okay. So you can see that if we run it, suppose there is a semicolon after each instruction. If we don't give it, so obviously the output of the corresponding variable, that is suppose here this is t, it will be showing in the command section. So suppose this one. So if you are running here, you can see that there is t equal to like this, point 0.0.002 and it will be continued up to 500. So total 500 number of value will be considered for time. So you can see that, so basically t is nothing but a vector. So suppose we want to see the size of t, so just put the using this instruction. So you can see that, so t is nothing but a matrix whose number of row is 1 and number of column is 500. So similarly, so this is the basically envelope. So for each of the value of t, we want to, we need to get a value of e. So similarly, suppose we are stopping here, yeah. So and remove the semicolon. So you can see again, if you are running, then you can see that in the command window we get the corresponding value of e. So we also get the 500 value of e also. Okay. So our objective is to plot for each value of t, we are plotting the value, corresponding value of envelope as well as the DSBFC signal. So similarly, we are getting the value of s for each value of t. Okay. So the command to plot between two variable, it is nothing but plot t comma s, where t is the time, that means this is x axis, and the variable which should be plot against y axis, that should be written here s. So initially we are plotting DSB, DSBFC signal, that is ST. Okay, so here you can write down the hold on. Why do you all use the term hold on? I am explaining later. Next, again we are plotting t comma e, t comma e. Next, we are plotting. We want to plot the envelope. We want to plot the envelope, and so we x-axis, along x-axis we plot t, along y-axis we plot the envelope, and this denote the color of the corresponding plot, and r denote the red. Okay. Okay. So now, before explaining this term, let's plot it. Okay. So we making these two line as comment line. So you can see that this is the corresponding DSBFC. Obviously, the message signal is look like this. Message signal is lie in the envelope. Okay. So to understand with more better clarity, or to understand the envelope, we are plotting the envelope also. So if we just plot, if we using this instruction, so and I'm again running it, so what will you see? You can see that it will denote the corresponding envelope of the signal. So just for better clarity, uh, to understand the corresponding envelope, so we are using this instruction, this plot. Okay, we similarly for negative part, you are using plot t comma minus c. That means it will denote this part also. Okay. So again, hold on. This instruction is used for plotting multiple number of graph into the same figure. You can see that there are three plot. One is DSBFC. Next is the positive half cycle envelope. Sorry, positive upper side envelope, and this is in the lower side envelope. So all these three plot are in the represented in the same figure. So that's why we're using hold on. So whenever we are using hold on, we need to stop that. So we are using hold up also. And amplitude, this and the title of the figure, you can see that this one is the amplitude modulation. And x level, that means along x level, that is plot timing, and along y axis we plot st. So you can see that this is one is the st. Okay. So let's consider. So basically, you can see that this is the this is the DSBFC signal. Okay. Now suppose you can change the corresponding frequency. So if you are changing the corresponding frequency, yeah, you can here you can see that this one this will be look like this. Okay. So in that case, envelope is not required. You can call it also. You can see that because it is the envelope is quite clear to us. Okay. So but we are considering 500 uh, because it will help you to understand better. Okay. And you can see that this is the DSBHC signal. Okay. Next, if you want to observe the DSBSC signal, so in that scenario, what we will do, we make this line as command and open, and this line and this line will be used as also command. So we are using now envelope of the DSBSP signal, that is AXT cos 2 pi FMT, and equation for the DSBSC signal, that is AXT into cos 2 pi FCT. Okay. So again we are plotting. Yeah. So you can see that this one is, you know that this one is the DSBC signal. So and at this point, because this is basically where the polarity of xt has been changed, so at this point phase reversal has been occurred. Okay. So this one is the corresponding message signal. So this one is the DSBFC. So whenever we want to see the DSBFC, we shall use the variable in of variable E and S. Those are related with the DSBFC, and whenever we want to observe that DSBFC, we should use the value of E and S. Those are related with the DSBFC equation. Okay. So we observe the DSBFC signal and DSBFC SC signal. Yeah. Okay. Now, here you can see that this is basically if you DSBFC signal where the carrier amplitude is 2 and AM is baseband amplitude is 1. So what will the value of modulation index? So the value of modulation index, you can see that that is 0.5. So this is basically less than 1. So you can see that this is under modulation scenario. Okay. So this why under modulation? That means whenever the carrier amplitude is greater than the baseband amplitude, in that case message signal can be transmitted effectively. So this is called the under modulation. Now if you want to observe the critical modulation, so we know that in case of critical modulation the carrier amplitude and baseband amplitude are same. So if we make that both are same, so what will happen? Let's see that. Yeah. So whenever the carrier amplitude and max and the baseband amplitude are same, in that case the envelope will touch with each other at this point. Okay. And value of the modulation index, you can see that is showing as 1. So we already know that whenever the modulation index is 1, so in that case we call it as critical modulation. So this image and this graph is showing for the critical modulation. Okay, where the two envelope will touch each other, but you can see that the message or envelope is still not distorted. Okay, they are touch with each other but they are not overlap with each other. So we can say that the message is still propagated effectively by using this kind of modulation. Now let's see when the amplitude of the message signal is large compared to the carrier signal. So if you run it, so here, yeah, so this is basically the over modulation. You can see that the corresponding value of modulation index is 2. So whenever the value of the modulation index is greater than 1, so that will call as the over modulation. And as the two envelope will overlap with each other, that means the now envelope is distorted, and in that case we can say that the corresponding message cannot be transmitted effectively. There is some kind of loss. Okay. So this is the over modulation scenario. Okay. So in your laptop you can change the value of uh, value of frequency and amplitude of carrier and modulating signal. You can set different value and observe the corresponding modulated waveform of DSBFC signal for different scenario like over modulation, critical modulation, and under modulation. And apart from it, all these are showing for the DSBFC signal. And whenever we are using DSB-SC signal, so we should use the corresponding equation of DSBFC, and we can easily observe the waveform of the DSBFC. So that's all from this programming or from this laboratory experiment. Hope this experiment this simulation is very helpful to you to understand the theory of modulation. And moreover you should remember that this is the corresponding program, and during the semester you need to write down this code, okay, in your lab copy, that may be either A4 page. Okay. And you need to draw the respective output, like first of all you draw that waveform for the DSBC signal. Next, for over modulation, under modulation, and critical modulation, draw the respective DSBSC and value of AC and AM and modulation index for particular case. Like for this case, this is the over modulation. So we should draw this over modulation where value of carrier amplitude is 2, value of baseband amplitude is 4, and value of modulation index is 2. Okay, this one is similarly, suppose we make this as 2. So again draw this waveform or save this image at jpg or others file, and you can store it in your machine. So this is the critical modulation, and value of modulation it is 1. So again you should store it, or you should write down or draw it in your lab copy. So likewise, sorry, like this, total 4 images will be you need to draw for DSBSC 1, and for over, under, and critical. So there are 3 number of images for DSBSC signal you need to draw. Okay, so that's all. If you have any problem, please post your queries, or you can contact me directly. Thank you.